what's goody, y'all? It's your girl Jamaica back with another YouTube video, and thank you so much for joining me and watching this video with me today. Before we get started, please make sure that you like, share, comment, subscribe, and smash that notification button down below so you can be one of the first people to check out my videos as soon as I upload it to my channel, okay? Make sure that you become a part of the notification gang. Anyways, y'all, if y'all don't know by now by the title, we're going to be talking about a very sensitive and delicate topic such as bipolar disorder, specifically about Miss Mariah Carey and how she has recently disclosed that she has been dealing with bipolar disorder for years. She recently did a very intimate and personal interview with People magazine disclosing this and giving details about it. You guys, this is very dear to my heart for several reasons, and I'm just glad that someone of her stature, of her status, has been honest enough to disclose this, because it's not something that you have to do, but I'm glad that she did it because there's other people, whether they're celebrities or they're just common folks like us who actually deal with this disorder or other disorders in general in life. I feel that there is such a negative or bad stigma when it comes to it. People are ashamed to admit to it when they find out that this is something that they're dealing with, because they don't want to be judged badly about it. So I'm so glad and so proud that Miss Mariah Carey did have the guts and the courage to come out and disclose this matter about her, dealing with bipolar disorder and the constant daily struggle of it, and, just sharing her story. So let's get into the video, y'all. Let go. In the recent intimate and personal interview with People magazine, Mariah Carey said, "For a long time, I thought I had a severe sleep disorder," continues Carey, now back in the studio working on an album due later this year. "But it wasn't normal insomnia, and I wasn't lying awake counting sheep. I was working and working and working. I was irritable and in constant fear of letting people down. It turns out that I was experiencing a form of mania. Eventually, I would just hit a wall. I guess my depressive episodes were characterized by having very low energy. I would feel so lonely and sad, even guilty that I wasn't doing what I needed to be doing for my career." Now, for all those who are not aware or educated on what mania is, or even what bipolar in general is, I'm going to educate you and kind of fill you in on what that is. And for those wondering what specific level of bipolar, because there are different levels that Miss Mariah Carey suffers from, she suffers specifically from bipolar 2 disorder. And let me go ahead and read you what this is. Bipolar 2 disorder is a form of mental illness. Bipolar 2 is similar to bipolar 1 disorder, with mood cycling between high and low over time. However, in bipolar 2 disorder, the up moods never reach full-blown mania. The less intensive elevated moods in bipolar 2 disorder are called hypnomanic episodes or hypnomania. A person affected by bipolar 2 disorder has had at least one hypnomanic episode in his or her life. Most people with bipolar 2 disorder suffer more often from episodes of depression. This is where the term manic depression comes from. In between episodes of hypnomania and depression, many people with bipolar 2 disorder typically live normal lives. Now, for those wanting some more specific and detailed information about what exactly mania is and the symptoms of it, this is what it is. What are the symptoms of bipolar 2 disorder? During a hypomaniac episode, elevated mood can manifest itself as either euphoria, which is a feeling of high, or as irritability. Symptoms during hypomaniac episodes include flying suddenly from one idea to the next, having exaggerated self-confidence, rapid, pressured, uninterruptible, and loud speech, increased energy with hyperactivity, and a decreased need for sleep. So for those who still don't really understand what bipolar is, especially bipolar 2, is basically like a feeling of euphoria, which is a feeling of high. You're feeling really great, really good about yourself, any idea that you have in life. You're just on this complete high, like you're on cloud 10 for however long that lasts, whether it's a couple hours or a couple days. you're on that high. But then when you get that instant drop, you're feeling low, you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed, and you don't know why. Basically, a person dealing with bipolar disorder, their mood or their emotions drastically change from one extreme to the next very rapidly, compared to someone who doesn't experience bipolar disorder, whose mood or emotions are more stabilized. Because, the person with bipolar, they are pretty much dealing with a chemical imbalance of the brain that actually affects their emotions. And for those wondering who may be a candidate or possibly at risk of experiencing bipolar disorder, or specifically bipolar 2 disorder, this is what studies have shown. Virtually anyone can develop bipolar 2 disorder. About 2.5% of the U.S. population suffers from some form of bipolar disorder. Nearly 6 million people. Most people are in their teens or early 20s when symptoms of bipolar disorder first start. Nearly everyone with bipolar 2 disorder develops it before the age of 50. People with an immediate family member who has bipolar are at higher risk. Now, for those who are like, are there any signs that you could be possibly experiencing bipolar 2 disorder? Well, this article kind of points out a little bit of signs, and here they are. It says people experiencing hypomanic episodes are often quite pleasant to be around. They can often seem like the life of the party, making jokes, taking an intense interest in other people and activities, and affecting others with their positive mood. What's so bad about that, you might ask? Hypomania can also lead to erratic and unhealthy behavior. Hypomaniac episodes can sometimes progress onward to full mania that affects a person's ability to function, which is a symptom of bipolar 1 disorder. In mania, people might spend money they don't have, seek out sex with people they normally wouldn't, and engage in other impulsive or risky behaviors with the potential for dangerous consequences. The vast majority of people with bipolar 2 disorder experience more time with depressive symptoms and moods than hypomaniac symptoms. Depression can occur soon after hypomania subsides or much later. Some people cycle back and forth between hypomania and depression, while others have long periods of normal moods in between episodes. So depending on just the person and how severe their chemical imbalance is in the brain, that all kind of basically determines how long their mania stage lasts, or how long their depression stage lasts. Especially if you're not treated with medication or therapy, it can definitely last a lot longer than what you would like. So anybody who is dealing with this disorder, I would definitely suggest to go see a therapist and get treated with proper medication. The article actually kind of touched on that as well. It says untreated, an episode of hypomania can last anywhere from a few days to several months. Most commonly, symptoms continue for a few weeks to a few months. Depressive episodes in bipolar 2 disorder are similar to regular clinical depression, with depressed mood, loss of pleasure, low energy and activity, feelings of guilt or worthlessness, and thoughts of suicide. Depressive symptoms of bipolar disorder can last weeks, months, or rarely even years. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, you guys, there is proper medication to help with bipolar disorder, specifically bipolar 2 disorder, to kind of help you try to stabilize your mood and your emotions and stabilize the chemical imbalance in your brain that affects the emotions. So look, this right here says, what are the treatments for bipolar 2 disorder? It says hypomania often masquerades as happiness and relentless optimism. When hypomania is not causing unhealthy behavior, it often may go unnoticed and therefore remain untreated. This is in contrast to full mania, which by definition causes problems in functioning and requires treatment with medications and possibly hospitalizations. Now, what this is basically saying is people that deal with the actual mania part, which bipolar 2, it does have a little bit of mania, but not a lot. Bipolar 1 is what deals with the majority of the mania. Bipolar 2 mainly deals with more of the depression. But for those who deal with a lot of the mania side effects, that is looked at as more extreme. But both bipolar 1 and 2 disorder, they both need attention, and they need medication as well as therapy to help stabilize your moods. The article actually agreed. It said people with bipolar 2 disorder can benefit from preventative drugs, which is basically legalized medication prescribed from a doctor that can level out moods over the long term. These prevent the negative consequences of hypomania and also help to prevent episodes of depression. And I know most of you are wondering, is bipolar disorder or bipolar 2 disorder, is it preventable? Can it be prevented? Well, this is what the article says. The causes of bipolar disorder are not well understood. It's not known if bipolar 2 disorder can be prevented entirely. It is possible to reduce the risk for developing future episodes of hypomania or depression once bipolar disorder has developed. Regular therapy sessions with a psychologist or social worker in a combination with medication can help efforts to stabilize mood, leading to fewer hospitalizations and feeling better overall. Psychotherapy can help people better recognize the warning signs of a developing relapse before it takes hold, and can also help to ensure that prescribed medicines are being taken properly. So basically, y'all, to sum it up, what they're saying is they don't know the specific causes of bipolar disorder. So therefore, if they don't know the causes, they don't really know what can prevent it, but they do have the solutions or the answers as to what can help you deal with it. So you guys, that's a wrap on this video. I know it's a little lengthy, but something that is so delicate and sensitive and important. A lot of people are not educated or aware of the situation or the topic at hand. Like I said, disorders in general, not just bipolar, but also including bipolar, of course, they have a bad stigma that comes along with it. People judge people so badly, not even being educated on what it is. And even people that are sometimes educated on it still sometimes judge other people. I mean, I just don't think that us as being imperfect people, all dealing with something, whether we are educated about what we're dealing with or not, we're all dealing with something in some type of way. I don't think that anybody has the right to really just rightfully point the finger at somebody else, or just bash somebody, or make fun of somebody, or judge somebody so wrongly because of something that they possibly cannot really help. All I would say is be a concerned, positive friend or family member or significant other to somebody if you do know that they're going through something. Even if you don't specifically know if it's a disorder or not, be there by their side, because you never know what someone's going through. And for those who are going through it, or may possibly think that they are experiencing this, I just want you to know that you are not alone. Don't ever feel alone, because you are truly not. Get the proper medication, get therapy, reach out to other helpful support groups with people who are going through the same things. Never feel ashamed or embarrassed whether someone is going to judge you or not. Just take care of your own mental and emotional stability and well-being, okay? Don't worry about the rest. Yes, it is a lifelong battle and struggle. Life is not easy, and I'm not gonna lie and say that it will be, but you can get through it, and you can still live a happy and normal life. You may have to deal with a couple of things that maybe someone who's not dealing with bipolar disorder deals with, but you can still get through it and still have a beautiful life. So don't ever think that you're worthless or that something's wrong with you just because you're experiencing these issues. Don't ever be ashamed. Don't ever be embarrassed. Just get the help that you need and proceed on. Because trust me, there's a lot of people, knowingly or maybe unknowingly, who has this issue and they still proceed in life and they're successful. And you can be that too. Well, y'all, that's a wrap on this video. Like I said, it was a little long and lengthy, but thank you for sticking it out and tuning in to watch this video with me. Please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and comment down below, and make sure that you smash that notification button down below so that you can be one of the first people to watch my videos as soon as I upload them, okay? And if you like the videos, you find them very informative or just entertaining, please make sure that you not only like them, but spread the word. Share the videos on your Instagrams, your Twitters, your Facebooks, and maybe even your own YouTube page, okay? Just show love and support, help me grow the channel, and help me get to my first 100 subscribers. Anyways, y'all, till next time, bye.